Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As always, let me know if the sound is weird and I will try to fix it. Do 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 bop bop bop. Bop bop. Okay. Yeah, Dream Daddy. Let's do this. There we go. Continue game. Alright, so where we left off, we went on a surprise date with Goth Daddy, and I wore my appropriate himbo hat. Today we are seducing Goth Daddy, and this was the most appropriate hat that I could find. My Dungeons & Dragons hat with the dragon on it. Hey, Magda! But yeah, we did super well seducing Craig the himbo. So, like, it was very nice. And now, I believe we just got an invite from Goth Daddy and Teacher Daddy to, like, meet up. So I think our goal today is going to be do that meetup and see if we can go on a date with Goth Daddy and see if he is actually a vampire. So let's do it.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Alrighty, we've got dads. Let's turn that up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So we have Hugo, which is Teacher Daddy, and Damien, which is maybe Vampire Daddy. Let's see. Hey, are you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown, and we're wondering if you would care to accompany us. Ooh, I like art. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. It's a common problem these days. And here's us. Whoa, why can I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Am I a hacker? We're a hacker, guys. But I don't even have a hacker alias. The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute. I've got to destroy this computer. Mike, this is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Derek's boot and nuke from a startup flash drive, but once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the platters altogether. Devin, if you're here, does that actually, like, is that how you destroy evidence? For legal reasons, this is a joke. Whoever is watching this, government spies. The Victorians were well versed in information security. I'm sure they were. He's in the shower, but will update us later. Okay, good. Did you, like, literally run and shout to him in the shower? Mike, do you want to go see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. We're gonna be artsy. Let's do this. Art time. What you do when you don't have to will determine something. Nothing can beat reading in print. Ooh, that's a hot take. Who here enjoys reading in print versus reading with your ears or reading on an ebook or something? Okay, Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel just a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. I feel that. Genuinely, I feel that. Mike? I turn around. Oh no, it's Joseph! Ew! Ew, it's Joseph! Y'all, this is disgusting. For everyone here, we are Joseph haters. Joseph's the worst. Boo, right, Magda? Boo. Joseph is awful. Joseph, what are you doing here? Joseph scoffs at me. I need to do my Joseph voice. What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art, appreciatist. You are a fool. That's what you are, sir. Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too? Yep, admittedly, a little out of my depth here. Aw, man. Damien invited, like, the whole crew. We thought we were special.
Oh.
Thank God. I thought I was gonna be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know. Thank God. Yeah, you preacher, pastor, youth, minister, cult leader. Yup, I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister. Bleh. The point is, you get into heaven. That's how it works. Oh, the points get you into heaven. That's how it works. Hear that, guys? That's how it works. That's the points that get you into heaven. Anyway, where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, thank God, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve, good eve, good eve.
Oh.
Evening, friends. I don't know what Hugo's voice is. What's my professor voice? Who's ready for some art? That's good enough. Should we go for enthusiasm? You know I am. Or honesty, I have no idea what I'm in for. Or should we be like nihilistic? Art is dead, nothing is real. I kind of want to be enthusiastic, but I'm just like an enthusiastic boy, so what do y'all think? Are we enthusiastic? Are we nihilistic? Are we honest? Do. I kind of want to go for enthusiasm. I'm thinking... You know I am. Yeah? Yeah? No idea. So we should be honest. We should say I have no idea what I'm in for. I mean, honesty is the best policy, right? Enthusiasm is good too. Huh. Yeah, let's go honest. I feel like Mike Steve is a real honest dude. So let's go with honest. I have no idea what I'm in for. Same.
Hey.
Aw, man, now we like broed with Joseph though. Bleh. All you have to know is that if you are ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. Okay, you know what? Free wine and cheese is good. I like art now. For real. That's how you get through grad school. You literally just go to anything that says it has free food. Because if not, you will starve. I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go help myself to some tiny wines. You and your lush wife. No, we're gonna talk to Hugo and Damien. We're not gonna go cheese and tiny wine with Joseph. So, what's this first place? This particular artist specializes in landscape painting of various locales within the American Northeast. Fancy. I look at the art. It is rad art. At the risk of sounding uninformed, do all of these landscapes look like butts to you guys? Who's drawing butt-shaped landscapes? Damien and Hugo lean in, examining the painting in earnest. It would appear as if you are correct.
Oh.
Valid assessment, Mike. Devin. Butts. Hey, this art stuff's pretty easy.
Ah.
Oh, it gets more complicated. Sometimes the butts are more symbolic. Sometimes the butts are metaphors. Sometimes art is about the butts they don't draw. butts, 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 butts. Sorry. Interesting. Joseph returns to our group with tiny cheese and wine. What did I miss? Butts. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Shame. The cheese is nice, though. Shall we visit the next place? I don't know if y'all can hear the sirens outside, but they're going. We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. The gallery's a bit more... This gallery's, I can read, a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hang on the walls. Oh geez. What am I looking at here? This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. Alright. It's a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me of my childhood. It represents strife. It's a butt. I mean, I think I know which one we're picking, but like, just in case, what do y'all think? Because, I know what I want, but I want to see what y'all want. So, I'm not going to influence this at all. Also, I wish we had, like, a Devin says butt. Yeah, I was also saying butt. It's a good choice, Devin. It's a butt. Everyone else stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. Well, a valid assessment. I feel like the artist was trying to make a different statement. Ooh, we did not do well with Damien. Probably how much he liked butts. You are not allowed to be clever, Joseph. You're not allowed to be clever. We don't like you. We don't want to like you. You and your weird sweater around your shoulders thing, sir. You are a servant of the Lord. We're all God's creatures, even butts. Butts aren't creatures. Butts are parts of creatures, sir. Damien doesn't like butts, I guess. Oh, man. I feel like there's a sex joke in there. Comparing this piece of the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels, creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. Wow. How do you figure that? I wish we could see what the painting they're talking about is. That's what it says on the placard, you know? This is why Hugo is the teacher, and we're just here saying everything looks like butts. Oh. Let's look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery, sampling some more of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the word? Realism? Realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. Psh! I could do that. Excuse me?
What?
Hugo, not here. No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You didn't seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece, even a fraction as impressive as this one. Oh, snap.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like yourself is bad, so your art would be bad. Oh, burn! Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he's not worth it. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket. I'm sorry. I just love art very much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? No. It's a wine and cheese. Sir, you are in Damien's bubble. Please stop. Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actual wine and cheese. Oh my god, could you imagine like a wine and cheese table that's just a total fake out? And you're like, yes, wine and cheese! And then you go over there and it's like all made of plastic or something. That would be the biggest disappointment. My cousin did that once. He didn't put something out thinking that it was fruit. He saw a plastic piece of fruit and assumed it was actual fruit. And even though he touched it and smelled it, he apparently still thought that it was enough of a fruit to take a bite out of it before realizing that it was in fact a piece of plastic. So now my aunt just has a decorative piece of fruit with a bite in it from my cousin. And that has been Reminiscing Corner with Megan.
Hey!
We've got one last stop on the tour. You lot feeling up for it? Is it gonna be any weirder than this art? It is absolutely weirder than this art. You know, I'm always down for weird art. Let's do it.
Aye.
Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us. Oh, screaming both at each other and us.
Oh,
I didn't realize that this was an X-rated game, y'all. So, quick question.
Ah,
Shoot. What is happening?
Yeah.
I second this question. Performance art. What does that mean?
Oh.
Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Steve. Oh yeah, for those who are not in the know, our name is Mike Steve. Potentially short for Michael Stevens, DDS. This is his redemption arc. If you have no idea what that is, go to the first Escape Room live show, and you will be introduced to Dr. Mike Steve. Okay, moving on. All right, fear of existence, the very humanity of being human. They really like screaming, butts. I feel like I know what y'all are gonna choose, but like I kind of just want to know. Also, I missed the question. I was talking far too much about Dr. Mike Steve, and I did not pay attention to what it was actually asking. So I'm just gonna go with whatever y'all say. As a person who does not pay attention. Devin says butts. I figured. Cat. Really, like, screaming? Yeah, that's also a good one. I'm gonna say screaming. There's two screamings, Devin. You've been overruled. Also, hi, Cat! How are you doing? That they do, but... Oh, I'm sorry, Damien voice. That they do, but I'm not sure if that encompasses the whole of their performance. What do you think they're trying to say? If he says butts. I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as the conduit for their emotions.
Oh.
With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. I don't think it's that deep, Damien. That's beautiful, Damien. So, what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's right as long as I, like, really mean it? Damien fixes him with a hard stare. Good! You stare down Joseph, Damien.
Oh.
You stare down Mr. Khaki Pants and Sweater.
Yeah.
I was gonna start making fart noises, but based on the look on your face, that joke isn't going to play well with this crowd. You think? Wise. Genuinely, I'm sorry if anyone on here is like a huge Joseph stan. I am bitch crackers for Joseph, so regardless of what he does, I hate Joseph.
Oh.
We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Phew, I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together.
Oh.
We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in my stomach. That sounds kind of gross. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which is nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. I feel like you can never have too much cheese. Well, I guess you can. You cannot have too much dumplings, though. Dumplings are delicious. The tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. But it doesn't count because it's small. Exactly. Just like tiny brownies. Wax wings too close to the sun. Cheese wings? Oh, cheese wings. Those would melt in the sun too, and I feel like it's more appropriate imagery.
Oh.
Plus, it'd be delicious. A nice Emmentaler, possibly. Did I say that right? Emmentaler? Emmentaler? A menthaler. If you guys were painters, what would you paint? I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. He paints butts. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time.
Oh.
I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors. Honestly, just seeing like someone's collection of luchador paintings would be pretty cool. I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses, mostly boats. We get it, you were in the Navy. He has a anchor tattoo, I think they said in the last one, which is why I'm assuming he's in the Navy, because I don't know why else you would have an anchor tattoo. No offense if you have an anchor tattoo. He wishes he could paint landscape butts. Really? Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery of artwork.
Oh.
What? What? Boats are cool.
Oh.
What about you, Mike? Okay, guys. What are we painting? Tasteful nudes of the artist, which means that we would be painting nudes of ourselves. Landscapes, because butts. Or food artistry. Honestly, food artistry sounds pretty fun. It's like edible arrangements, but hardcore. Nudes, lol. I mean, we can do nudes. We can choose nudes. We cannot do nudes. This is a child-friendly stream, she says, as she plays a dating game. Food artistry all day. Yeah.
Oh.
I would probably do lives of various foods, bowls of fruit, maybe some bread in there. When there be cheese involved, no one cares about you, Joseph. See, I thought about that, and no, I can't stare at a pile of cheese for 8 hours without eating some of it, and that would ruin the whole thing. Excellent point. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Alright, boys. Good art. So, for anyone who doesn't know what bitch crackers is, it's when, like, you hate someone so much that, like, regardless of what they do, they could literally just be, like, standing in the corner of the room eating crackers. You will bitch about them. You will be like, man, look at that bitch eating crackers. That's why it's called bitch crackers. So yeah, Joseph, I feel very bitch crackers about. He could be standing in the corner doing nothing but eating crackers, and I would be like, I hate him, he's eating crackers. Yes. Good art. Agreed.
Oh.
Delete him from the game. See you guys around? Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors after all. Go away, Joseph. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over. You're young, you have your health. I can't read that fast. I feel like that says something about me. Okay. So, last week, we were gonna go on a date with Damien, and then we ended up with Craig because Craig invited us out. So this week, we are going on a date with Damien. We are gonna see if he's actually a vampire. I am determined. Okay. Let's do a quick review of the things he likes so that we can pick the correct answers. On a Friday night, he is most likely to listen to true crime podcasts while taxidermying new specimens. Cool. If he had to take one thing with him on a desert island, a coffin, because he's a vampire. What are his turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. He wanted to be a bat when he grew up because he's a vampire. His favorite genre is foreign art house horror. You know, that's pretty cool. Ideal date? It's night, obviously. We are at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beats of our hearts. Nice. No butts, just bosoms. Yep. What do you never leave home without? An upside down cross. And then I spent a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. I'm sure you do, sir. Okay. Date Mr. Blood March. Let's go. Totally a vampire or really pretentious. I mean, it could go either way, but like, if he's not a vampire, I'm gonna be disappointed. I feel like he's a vampire from the Victorian age. And this is secretly like a paranormal romance simulator. Okay, Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. Hate hang. Oh, hee hang, like a bat. Hey! That's actually a good one. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee, and the computer finally dings. Dear God, Damien. I mean, I can't really say too much as a person who has typed, deleted, typed, deleted, typed, deleted, typed, deleted, many a thing before. But instead of writing a novel, I just write 25 consecutive one-sentence long messages that then end with lol. Mike, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly a manner as I would have liked. Oh, whoa, there's more. Lady. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden. Should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. He's gonna, like, meet us with a fedora. He's gonna, like, tip his fedora at us and then, like, lead us into his garden. Afternoon tea is kind of winning me over. Honestly, afternoon tea sounds amazing. And gardening also sounds amazing. So, like, I'm not mad at it. I just am waiting for him to pull out his fedora and then try to bite our neck. Hey, Amanda! Can you help me with something?
Aww.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. Ugh. Oh, I hate that. I do not. No one confess to me if you like popping other people's pimples, please, because I don't. I don't like pimple popping videos. I don't like the act. No. No, can you interpret this for me? Amanda Pimple Popper. I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and LMAO or whatever and decided that what they needed was to bring back the 1800s. So what do I do?
Hmm?
Where's your pen and quill? That seems redundant. Wouldn't it be your quill and paper? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. We are now in a historical romance, guys. We are spanning genres.
Huh.
Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you?
Huh.
Like, the first 5 pages. Then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B, though. I'm sorry, Amanda. We can't be friends, because Pride and Prejudice is amazing, and you need to be respectful. Great. So what do I say to Damien?
Yeah.
I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards,
Alright.
Mike. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. He has grotesques. They are grotesques, not gargoyles, because gargoyles have, like, water coming out of them. Like fountains or whatever. So they're grotesques, in case y'all were curious about my random knowledge of nothing in particular. Let's see, I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other houses in the cul-de-sac. I'm assuming they don't have an HOA. I feel like the Homeowners Association would not let, like, a random Gothic manor appear in, like, their lands. I walk past a couple of gargoyles standing or guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes through the house as it strikes against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. I don't think those are dead relatives. I think that's Damien, his son, and their dog. Which, like, kudos to have a dog, is what I'm saying. Dogs are great. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? But, like, look at this, like, multi-level tea setup. It looks delicious. Silence, and an oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where is Damien? Mike, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of the majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like the oil paintings. Well, we got foot and mouth right there. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. We sound so unenthused. I like to imagine he knocked and Damien just scrambled places everybody places. I could see that. And then his son just, like, sighs, rolls his eyes, and just slams his own door shut. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and parlor again for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. So, Damien's rich? Is that what I'm hearing? Feels like Damien's rich. We walked past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Yep. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenagers are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. Teenagers scared the living shit out of me. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Okay. Dude gets points because that's a cool library. And he has one of these like swooshy swooshy ladder things. I want a swooshy swooshy ladder thing. Sunlight streams. Butterfly wall. Okay, that one's not as cool, but like the swishy swishy ladder. You're like, how I just like completely blocked out. I did not see that butterfly wall at all until you pointed it out to me. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Look out the window, look at the butterflies, pick up a book. That's enough of the tour. I kind of want to pick up a book. I want to know what Damien reads. Like, we're in a library. How can you not pick up the book? I don't want to go near that butterfly wall. Book. Yee, hearts! Oh god, sorry. I got really excited and I hit my microphone. Oh my god. You know, Mike, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the change that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
Oh my.
Did he just print and bind fan fiction? Look, I never read Naruto, but I'm pretty sure that that's not what happens in it. I'm not 100%. There's a lot of filler in Naruto that could be some of the filler, but like, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, which means he goes to AO3 and prints and binds it. Damien snap. That's episode 369. Nice. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. He really is an artist of many forms. I think he's now my favorite bachelor. A rare book from his private collection, I bet. I think he wrote it himself. Agreed. Do you want to look out the window? Look at the butterflies or say that's enough? I kind of want to go towards the window because they're so big. Him with his quill and parchment. That's why he ran out of parchment. Because he was busy writing his fan fiction and then binding it. Yay, more hearts! I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups. With his daughters on his back, all three of them. To the window! To the wall. To the wall. Okay. All three of his daughters are on his back while he does push-ups. I would like to note that, Damien's window in his library, which he spends a lot of time in with his private collections, faces towards Craig's yard, where Craig is frequently exercising, presumably shirtless, because he's Craig the himbo. I'm just saying, it can't be a coincidence. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Craig is so swole. Something something sweat drops down something something Craig. Yeah, something something sweat drops down something something Craig indeed. As he does his one-armed push-ups while he waves at us with a big ol' smile on his face because he is the himbo-iest of himbos. And then he goes and drinks a marinara sauce smoothie for dessert. Damn.
Oh.
Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows, hoping for internet connections and computers? Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Bump. Psh. Alright, do we want a butterflies? I feel like it's making us butterflies. Victorians or cats? Confirmed. We could just skip the butterflies. Alright, do we want to Silence of the Lambs this or just skip the butterflies? What do y'all think? Butterflies. That's true, but daddy points. If we click on the butterflies, we're most likely going to get more daddy points. I really wanted to continue that fan fiction, though, from his private collection. Okay. Butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive, is it? Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. He's gonna poke us in the eye. He's gonna take his little pins. He's gonna be like, a nice Chianti and fava beans. To, like, our brain. I don't know why he's now Hannibal Lecter, but, like, I don't know. That's what I think. I'm concerned I would stick a pin through my finger. Acupuncture, I guess. The Pinner's Gambit. Is that a thing? No. Please, will you join me for tea? Yes, can we please get out of the butterfly room? I follow Damien to his... I want to know where his dog is. Like, also, where did he steal these skulls from? Like, there's a lot of skulls here. And if we don't see a dog soon, I'm gonna be real scared about what one of these skulls is. I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. I want a high tea. That sounds so good, y'all. Like tiny little like cucumber finger sandwiches and little desserts with like some nice tea and oh, it sounds so good. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to us getting turnt with these blunts. Sorry, ignore me. Oh my god. Refers to the later time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they were served. Oh. Also, everything is secretly edibles. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Yes, sometimes as late as 4:20. Nice one, Devin. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. I think, Kat, you might have been right. Maybe he is just pretentious. Blaze it. I like your cape. Your home is really impressive. Are there a lot of goths in Maple Bay? I feel like this goths in Maple Bay would offend him because he's told us before that he's not goth. He's a Victorian appreciator. So I kind of want to go with your home is really impressive because I feel like if we say I like your cape, he's gonna be like, this is not a cape, this is a cloak and blah 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 blah. What do y'all think? I feel like the safest thing to do, if not goth cape, okay. Home does seem the safest. Like, I feel like with cape, he's going to be like, this is not a cape. This is something else that I've never heard of before. Look at how prettily it drapes along my back. I don't know why I'm like... I feel like I'm negative towards Damien. He's fine. I don't know what gets me daddy points, Devin. This is my first time playing. You know... I feel like this is a no, and this is a safe, so I guess we'll go with Cape. Like, that's the one I really don't know if it'll give us any points. I know this one won't. I think this one might. But, like, one of these has to give us... not cucumbers. Eggplants. One of them has to give us eggplants. Let's see if it's this one. I like your cape. Nope, it was just hearts. It's a cloak, actually. I frickin' told you he was gonna say something like that. It's a cloak, actually, but thank you. Victorian fashion is very important to me. I called it. You pull it off quite well. Oh, thank you. And he blushes. And he swoons onto his chaise lounge. Regardless of my historical leanings, it's very important to me to present myself well. It has taken a long time to come up with a style that's both true to form and representative of myself, but I'm very happy with how I dress. You know, as long as you're happy, my dude. I do get strange looks, yes, but it's something that brings me a great deal of joy, so I don't mind. You know, I can respect that. I can respect Damien. Do what makes you happy. To be able to To be able to wake up in the morning, pick from my closet a variety of cloaks, waistcoats, top hats, and even binders that are period appropriate, feels amazing. Binders? Like, I know I have two things in my head for binders. And now I don't know what those are. I feel like he's not talking about the 3 rings that you use for school. I don't think he's talking about the ones that you put, like, on your chest. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe? You wear top hats? He wears fedoras, actually. You don't. What got you so interested in goth stuff? I wear baseball hats.
Oh.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city?
Huh.
I'm sorry. To see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. How can you not understand? Like, I get he might be like, I don't know, like a Gen X. We'll say he's Gen X. But, like, his son has to be blasting the Black Parade non-stop in his house. You're serious? Talk to your son. Of course. But it's, you know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. See? Like, you can't escape it, dude. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Oh, sir. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Heard, band kid. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. You know, at least he understands that, like, modern amenities do have their upside. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. Yeah, you quite like having the internet. How else would you have a dad book? But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws, and love it all the same. He's very strong in his convictions. Tell me, Mike, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about things they're passionate about is intriguing and, quite honestly, rather attractive. He's hitting on us, guys. Please do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. All right, guys. What are our hobbies? Watching soap making videos on the internet. Love me some word jumbles, or I learned how to juggle once. Soap or juggle? Yeah, soap or juggle sounds like a good idea. He likes words. Well, we have soap, juggle, and words. Juggle, okay. Spouse is ordering pizza. I'm sorry. I'm hungry. I need to figure out what we're eating. I learned how to juggle once. Ooh, he did not like that. Did you see those black clouds? Like, he did not like that. Now he's just staring at us like we're an idiot. We did bad. We should have been honest and said word jumbles. Gravity is an interesting thing, and I believe that juggling is the pinnacle of humankind's interaction with the gravitational arts. Interesting. Juggling does feel appropriately old-timey. I started out with scarves, but now I can comfortably juggle balls. Juggling pins is currently, out of my purview. Damien looks at me quizzically, but shrugs it off. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. It's my lair. Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. And it's the one where you're actively doing stuff. Yeah. Why don't you like that, huh? Right? That's actually a really pretty backyard. I also don't understand how his backyard has, like, a lane. Do y'all see that? Like, Jesus, dude. You know why he has a lane and the, like, oldest house? Because he's actually had this house since the 1700s, since the Victorian age, because he's actually immortal. But not my immortal, because he doesn't listen to emo music. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. He did read the fanfic, though. That is true. Also, in ye olden times, they used birds as, like, substitutes for people, which is why the 12 Days of Christmas has so many birds in it. Just in case y'all were curious. Birds also have special meanings to these people. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it is paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. I would never give anyone flowers. That sounds way too complicated. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous, bright orange flower off a vine.
Oh.
Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest, or 3 cheers for sweet revenge. These are all great. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. I feel like it might be thou art the tightest because, like, you're cool, you know? But 3 cheers, 3 cheers. Okay. It was 2 against 1, Magda. Let's see if the 3 cheers was the proper one. I feel like we're gonna get black clouds for this one. Just a heads up. Oh no, we got hearts! Y'all are better than me. Y'all are better than me. I really want daddy points. Well, we got the daddy points, Devin. Thank you. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Oh, snap! Well, he hates us. Heard I only listened to 1 album. Heard he only listened to 1 album. You know, I can't read. And that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Why are you asking us so many questions? Honeysuckles or snapdragons? I feel like if we say sunflowers, he might be like, that's a weed. Did anyone else, while we're debating this, by we I mean, while I'm asking y'all what we should do, has anyone else when they were younger went into like a field of honeysuckles and like would like suck on parts of the flower because it tasted like honey? Like, looking back on it now, I'm like, man, that was kind of gross as a child to just slurp up the center of a honeysuckle like I'm a bee or a butterfly, but, you know, kids, am I right? Snapdragon means grace and strength. Okay, well, since you Googled it, we're gonna do Snapdragon. Pluck the flower, remove the stamen from the base of the flower. You get more of the flavor. Ah. Interesting. Snapdragons, because they're cute. And you can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. Yeah! Good job, Devin. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He's gonna give us flowers! He loves us. He would put a bouquet together for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Mike, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. I also have a black thumb. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle. Drinking too much water can cause something. Oh, crud. Oh god, start. No. I was not prepared for this. Oh, right there. I think that's it? Yeah. Okay, and then I think this one. No. Fudge buckets. Does it go, it doesn't go that way. Is it not that one? Is it this one? His head doesn't go there. Mother effer. Oh, okay, there we go. I didn't realize you could invert. Okay. Invert.
Goal!
He did it! Yeah! It was a surprise, but we fixed the gargoyle, guys. Whew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Mike, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? What is that? We'd rock Hidden... Yeah, we would rock Legends of the Hidden Temple. I'm getting pizza. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled gaming. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. Of course it is. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. Heck yeah, us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go!
Oh.
Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien. You're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the my kids are in trouble rodeo. What is it this time? This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear the faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We don't have basements. We find another teacher in the boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime, and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me.
What?
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. I was real nervous Amanda was going to be there, yeah. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. Lucian, did you try to cask of Amontillado Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down into a cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, and then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually gonna leave him there. I think we had 20 minutes? Dad.
Huh?
It took you 20 minutes, son. We just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? He obviously did not read the story, sir. I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie. Kids these days, I say as I most likely did the exact same thing in high school.
Manchego.
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. I don't blame them. If this whole encounter happened to, like, my kid, I would also just be like, oh my god, they're idiots. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. Yeah, I don't understand how suspension is, like, ideal. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car, and I begin to drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. Disgruntled dad sigh. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Yeah, Lucian, therapy's not a bad thing. Maybe you can spend this week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want to own your car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Okay, honestly, that's a pretty sweet moment. Also, what school does Lucian go to that he is allowed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 piercings? I want to know what school he goes to that he can have 8 piercings. I'm pretty sure at our high school that if people had piercings that were not, like, the single ear, that they, like, had to cover them up with, like, flesh-colored band-aids. Am I imagining that? I feel like I'm not. Y'all could tell me. But I feel like I'm not imagining that. Lucian continues staring out of the window. I love you too. Aw, they love each other. They're so sweet. That's a sweet father-son bonding experience. No face piercings. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. And all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. Oh. There is that, yes. I think you could have a couple in your ear. Yeah, I was pretty sure you couldn't have, like, ones that were, like, up here. I think you could have, like, maybe 1 or 2 down here. And then no face piercings. I remember that. Okay, he's probably just going through a phase. It's not a phase, Dad. I really admire how you handled that. Does this kind of thing happen a lot? I feel like I really admire how you handled that is the right one. Also, we do admire how he handled that. Because we said in the car, like, oh wow, he didn't freak out. I'm really impressed. So I think going with the honesty, yeah, I really admire how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. Yeah! We got frickin' eggplants, BB! See you around soon? Oh. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. Huh. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket, watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. I really want this channel. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with amused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. Wife. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg! I also wouldn't want to poop outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to... He lured Ernest down into the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and then tried to brick him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucian live streamed the entire thing. Okay, I will say, Damien's son is hilarious. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company and a surprisingly diplomatic dad. Okay, I will say, while we got like way more eggplants with Himbo Craig, and this was like, it was loads better, both of them were loads better than our date with Matt, which was like mid at best. That family's hilarious. I laughed way harder with this date with Damien than the other ones.
Huh.
I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Okay, let's see what our grade is. Drum roll. Hey, ranked
Simply
A.
a majestic evening.
You know, that's not bad. It's better than the C that we got with Matt. Can someone tell me what Oju-sama is before we continue this? What is Ojo-sama? Ojo-sama? Oju-sama? Ojao-sama? I must know. I must know this before we continue on. I have no idea what this is. I do like that number one dad is like almost to the top. I feel like these are made up, but like they're really funny. Basement afternoon tea. A rich girl. Google. I feel like that's probably not what it is. Like, I trust you. I assume that is the literal translation, but I wonder if that means something. Or is that like senpai notice me? I don't know. If I were a rich man. Na 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 na.
Welcome.
Interview with a
You got
Vampire.
dads.
We got that achievement. Y'all probably can't see it because my head is blocking it because I have a big fat head. Is this Dadazon? Because it looks like it. It looks like Amazon. And since Facebook is dad book, maybe it's our ability to be fancy. Maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna say if this is Dadazon. Dad Muzon. I was close. Hi, this is Steven. Hey, we're Steve. This is Steven from Dad Mazon. I'm out front with your delivery. Oh, okay, yes, I'll be right down. Wait, no, sorry, I need to put pants on first. I can't find my pants, but I'm wrapped from the waist down in a duvet. Are you cool with that? I can come back tomorrow. No, 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 no. Wait, I'll be right down. I found some sensible capris. Oh, okay, guys. I guess we're gonna have to put on pants. Oh no, Mike. Oh, I got a package. I wonder what it is. Oh, I bet it's that package of socks I ordered. You know, I would say that that's really lame, except for I'm pretty sure that spouse, who shall remain nameless, out of their own request, has ordered, like, socks from Amazon, like, 5 times. It's been, like, 2 or 3 times, but still. It's more than once. I open up the box and start pulling the packing peanuts out. Man, these socks reek. Ew. Okay, that's definitely not socks. I would hope not. It's butterflies? Oh god. Oh boy, I almost don't even want to know what Amanda was planning to do with these. Why were there butterflies in a box covered in packing peanuts? Hey Amanda, your box of dead butterflies is here. What's up? Are you sacrificing them? What? You ordered butterflies?
Alright.
You can order dead butterflies online? You too can have a butterfly wall. Yup. Wait, so these aren't yours? No, but I'm definitely ordering some right now. Okay. Love you. Yeah, they definitely should not be shipped that way. I take a look at the box again. Oh, this is addressed to Damien's house. Damien doesn't even catch his own butterflies. He gets them shipped to him, and then he pins them to his own wall. We're gonna bring the box to Damien. Because I really don't want these dead butterflies in my house. And we did say it's Goth Daddy Day, so... Lame AF. No mail fraud. Yeah, no mail fraud. Bring box to Damien. I should take it over to him. I jog over to Damien's house with the box. I pull back his door knocker, but suddenly the door opens. Mr. Steve, oh, to what do I owe the pleasure? He was literally like, I bet you, he put his name on it and our address and then was like standing by his window waiting for us to bring him his thing, and that's why he opened the door so fast. He was so excited that he planned this like whole thing just so he could see us again. He needed an excuse to see us again. That's obviously what happened. You cannot tell me I am wrong. Whoa, how did you know I was about to knock? I don't know. Because this was all part of my master plan, and I knew that Dadazon would tell me when the thing got delivered, and as long as I put your address but my name, I knew that you would bring it to me, and that way I could see you again, so I totally wasn't waiting by the door with my nose against the window, deep breathing and fogging it all up, waiting for you to come by. I never did that, no. Okay, anyways. I think this got delivered to my house by mistake. Yeah, buddy! We got some eggplants. I hand him the box and his face lights up.
Oh.
What a wonderful surprise! I forgot his voice. What a wonderful surprise! I was just about to send a strongly worded letter to the courier service about this. Many thanks. Not to pry, but what are you gonna do with those butterflies?
Oh.
Would you like to see? This is now where he kills us, guys. Alarm bells ring in my head. This is how you die, Mike Steve. Yeah. Sure. I will enthusiastically go to my death. Damien leads me into his study where he's set up some sort of workstation. I know we saw the wall. Above his desk is a wall of pinned butterflies, moths, and beetles. I feel like this is out of order, and now I'm very confused. Oh, wow, that's really something, Damien. I'm quite proud of my little collection. I feel like maybe you weren't supposed to date Damien yet, question mark. You do all of this yourself? This is deja vu. Of course, I find it rather relaxing. How do you... It's simple. Here, let me show you. These aren't quite ready yet. They'll need